So just hold on tight. We are beginning the show. Uh, oh my God, Jay. Did you pick this topic?
All right. All right. Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things I want to say is brought to you by Dispose LLC. This is
Okay.
one of the garbage companies that have been doing great things.
Yes.
And I can tell you at this point, I also have another job, bro.
You got another job.
I got another job.
I understand.
And again, I'm bringing it out slowly but surely. Some people know, some people don't. So my other one is up in Tennessee.
Yes.
I'm still part of Dispose, and again, I go back and forth. I announce that name. Hopefully by next week, after the 4th of July, after y'all eat good and celebrate, I'll let y'all know a little bit about that.
Right.
Now, the other accomplishments that I'm trying to get is my boy Boo working on the backgrounds, trying to get a dating site.
Okay.
Yeah, Tinder, POF, they need something to go up against. We've been talking about relationships, and I think I can teach y'all how to stay in y'all lanes when it comes to dating.
Okay.
So Jay want to see if I could take something to another place as well.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things we're doing behind the scenes, but always understand we still doing great things at that Dispose. So keep on looking at us because again, we're in other area codes.
Yes.
So just check us out at Dispose
Yes.
LLC. Now I got to get back to rock with this man next to me. Is doing great things as well, but he comes up in this bad boy each and every time. What a smile, Craftmatic. How you doing tonight, big baby?
I'm doing fabulous, Jay. Everything's lovely, bro.
All right, man. You gonna spill some beans? You gonna tell a little bit about you? Because you know my success is mine,
right?
But you come in with that smile and you got great success as well. And nobody understands success until they understand the story or the plan.
Yeah.
You want to give them to them now? You want to give it to them later?
I'm gonna give it to them in a little while, but while I have a moment, I want to give a straight serious shout out to my co-host Smooth J.
Right?
Well,
thank you for the shout out.
Like he tiptoed a little bit around these up and coming things he's gonna announce. This brother has been working his behind off and has created a massive opportunity to come up. And he is working his plan, and God has got, moving his feet, and he is so humble. But you talking about somebody, who I seen go from here to where he is now. And I'm talking about an extraordinary walk. A lot of patience, a lot of fighting, a lot of frustrating days, but he's sitting right now on generational wealth. As long as God continue to put this thing together like he's supposed to. And I'm just so proud for you, Jay, man. I don't see many people move to your level of success. You know what I mean? When I think about them trucks that you have, man, if these are $100,000 trucks, he got 15 or 20 of the damn things. You know what I'm saying? And he said, well, I think we're going to get another 3 or 4. I'm like, he talking about buying $100,000 trucks like ain't nothing. And you need that when you're supporting multi-million-dollar businesses. And so, man, I'm proud. And I'm trying to get some of that energy from you. You know what I mean?
I get it from you when I see you come in with a smile because, see, that causes a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Because again, my plans don't always come how I want them to.
Yeah.
And again, I got to understand the lessons because again, he blesses me all the time. So I have to get out my feelings and realize, it's more work I got to do.
Yeah.
I don't cry about the work. I got to understand what I got to do.
Yeah.
And then the work don't become as much. I still incorporate fun in my work. And then next thing I know, I'm living my heaven. And again, I was in my hell. So if you want to get out of there, you got to change your mindset.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm encouraged by you, because again, no matter what I go through, I still know that mentalness is key.
Yeah. Man, you know what coming to my mind right now, Jay?
What's that?
I'm thinking about railroad tracks.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking about, we as individuals have to seat ourselves on a path to success, like railroad tracks. And there's not going to be anything to stop us, anything to get in our way. And if it just happens to be in our path, we're going to run it over.
Hard to stop a train.
Right. And, it's not to say that it's going to be all smooth sailing. And sometimes you got to slow down, maybe to almost a stop, but you're going to keep going. Yep. There's only one direction to go, and that is the direction that you're headed in. And so the only thing that's that need to be concerned about is pace. That means making sure you're making smart moves.
That's right.
Right. I'm gonna introduce our show now. I'll get back to this right now. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Like you on that vibe.
I'm already going in. I'm going in.
Go ahead.
This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay. And of course, we are here to liberate your minds and souls with a fantastic dialogue. Every week we come together and we talk about something powerful. Really, it sounds kind of mundane when we first start talking about it, but we make it powerful, and you're going to hear that as we go through this show. And so as we're discussing the subject, we want you to participate from your own seat, get involved in the dialogue. What would you do? What wouldn't you do? How do our stories and opinions make a difference in your life? By the end of all of these ideas, make a firm decision. Make a clean cut, clear, firm decision of what you're going to do if this ever happens to you, or how you're going to deal with the situation, etc. That way you're putting armor. You're putting bricks in your armor, right? That's what this show is all about. And so we thank you for being here with us tonight. We always start the show off with a prayer.
Oh yeah, knock them out, my brother.
And I got a nice one lined up here for us. I don't even know what to call this prayer, but if I were to just trying to put some words around it, it would be something of the notion about how God helps us manage ourselves through life.
Okay.
How God helps us manage ourselves through life. Okay, let's hand it over to the Heavenly Father.
Yes.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for another fantastic night, Bar Talk with Jay. We thank you for another great day in the life that we live. We thank you for your gifts and your kindness and your blessings and your peace and love. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you would create in us some powerful success habits, so that every action that we take is about an action towards success. We're asking, Lord, that you would instill in us a winning attitude.
Yes.
Never see defeat, never see fear, never have doubts. We're asking, Father, to keep us highly motivated in our task of life, and let us know in our inner spirit that we are destined to succeed. Keep us filled with a knowledge that success is already ours. All we have to do is walk the path. Give us, Father, the spirit to let God do the work, to let you do the work, Heavenly Father. Give us a direction, order our feet, but we believe, Father, and we want to believe that you're going to do far more than what we can achieve in our little bitty efforts. But we're asking for your divine power, for a belief system that's bigger, for more faith, for the promise, Lord, the promise of deliverance into happiness, peace, and love in all areas of our life. We're asking, Father, to feel anointed, to have a special blessing, to be able to use our talents and our gifts to achieve this life with the greatest possible effort that we can. We ask, Father, that you would be here tonight in this show, and that you would speak your word, allow intelligence to flow. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Oh, yes. Amen. You went deep on that one. I like that.
Yeah, I wasn't through with that. I'm probably gonna finish that up tonight when I get to the house, bro. That's what I do every night. I get home and pray.
Put hands on somebody. Come here. Yeah, you finish the word.
Yeah, you know that song. What you don't know is when you get home, it's the God in me, right?
When you gonna give it to
when
me.
I get home, boy, I get on my knees.
Ooh.
And I pray to the Lord. You know what I mean? I pray when people don't think I'm praying. You know what I'm saying? Other people be drinking and partying on Saturday night. I'm home praying. You know, so that's why I live such a blessed life. That's ultimately what it is all about here, Jay. All right. Our quote for tonight, a very fitting quote by Miss Barb, and from Macon, Georgia. Let's give a shout out to Macon.
That's right. Holding it down.
Yeah. This is very interesting. It goes like this. Failure is the opportunity to begin more intelligently. failure is the opportunity to begin more intelligently.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right. You should be smarter.
Because it's a learning curve.
You should be smarter, right?
I totally agree with you, because when I really look at a lot of times people don't become successful is because of the failures that happen and they quit in the failures. And you got to understand, you take that and you equate it and you do something different. So you change your plan, because again, sometimes it's a tweaking of the plan and just a better understanding of what you're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And when you get that, you will start getting more ground and more movement. That's why things are slipping away from you. So yes, I totally agree with that.
And you know what came to mind, Jay, when I was studying this, is that I don't believe that people are experiencing as much failure as we are always talking about. You know, we talk about failure in that and not succeeding, but we really didn't fail. In this passage, it says failure is the opportunity to begin.
That's right.
In most cases, it's just a setback. In most cases, it's just something that sideswipes us. It's something that put a delay in the plan. In most cases, it's something that make you wait. So you got to build up the capital, or you got to find more resources, or, you know, you did it wrong. So now you got to take down what you did. But it ain't starting from the beginning. That's failure, right? Imagine a person who truly fails at something, maybe a business opportunity, puts them $100,000 in debt. And so now they're in debt because their business venture failed. Now he's got to truly begin again. He's got to find the new resources. But most importantly, he's going to have to find a resolve in his heart.
Right.
He's going to have to find my football coach used to say intestinal fortitude.
Ooh, say it. That's right.
He's going to have to find some intestinal fortitude to overcome that. But what's important about that equation is that if he is in any way interested in reattacking the business, he probably thinks to himself, all I got to do is tweak this one little thing and we gonna make millions. I ain't worried about no $100,000 in debt because I'm about to make millions. I'm gonna tweak this one little thing and I will not get it wrong this time. And most of the time when you fail, right, and you begin again, a lot of people around you looking at you like you kind of sideways, you know. Your wife, who, you know, sharing the expense of this venture, is looking at you like, baby, you sure? So you're going to have something special after a failure. After a failure, you got to have some guts and glory. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a why in there in order to make something happen after you truly fail. So I don't think people are experiencing failure. I think a lot of people are experiencing setbacks, and setbacks are much easier to get over than a failure.
I totally agree. But even with sometimes with the failures, just like what you said, they looking at you and then you're doubting yourself. And that right there caused more of a setback than them. Don't let them get you off track. Because remember, at that point, you're derailing. So everything came behind you. You had that momentum. Everything came behind you. It's piling up and falling off. My whole thing is to keep it moving. So a lot of times, that's when I get more humble and I get more quiet.
Yeah. You know, there's kind of a process, and I can't think of the name of it. There's a process where something is being refined and it's being refined and it's being refined. And can you imagine a young man, a young 25-year-old kid who has a really, really powerful vision for his life, and he falls 7 times and he gets up 7 times. But by the time he get up his 7th time, nobody believes in him anymore. And yet he keeps fighting. But what happens in that process is all the non-believers become detached from the glory of what he could bring to the table. It's a churning process. You see, it's a chiseling process. Let me get these people off of the ladder because they don't believe in it anyway. And when it's time to get the fruits, you can just tell them to go to hell because they don't need to be participating in the blessing that you did. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know I know.
Man, that's such a powerful idea.
I'm telling you.
You see where I'm going right there?
And once you make it, I was always there for you.
I think Steve Harvey recently said this quote, and let me get it right. He said, what is about to happen to you? He said, there's a blessing going to happen to you so big that the people behind you are going to wish they had stuck with you.
That's true.
You know, they're going to wish they hadn't turned their back, that they hadn't looked at you sideways. They're going to wish they had believed in you one more time.
The only thing I can say is opposite of him. I don't think they would wish. They need to be gone.
Well, they need to be gone,
They
and
need
I
to be
think,
gone.
and you see the churning process. I think the
Mhm.
Lord
Right.
is pushing them away.
Yeah, he
The
right?
pushed them
Lord,
away.
not me.
I have that happening in my life.
Right.
You know, you
Yeah.
have that happening in
Yes.
your life.
Yeah.
A lot of naysayers who supposed to be
Yes.
standing on,
Mhm.
you know, the playground with us.
Yeah.
They're
Yes, yes.
not truly believers,
No, they're not.
and they're really kind of taking up slack and sometimes
Yeah.
stealing energy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we really need to be pushing away. You don't have to push them away because
Mhm.
you're not going to judge them. You're just
No.
going to decide that the energy that you need is elsewhere
Yeah,
rather than
that's
in them.
true. That's true.
They don't add
You
up.
know?
And I ain't gonna even lie to you. What I have around me now add more value than what I had before.
Yeah.
Before it was more people that, oh, you doing this, and they was just really there, fans.
Yeah.
It was just in the stands. Now I got people that's rooting and doing.
Yeah.
If I got problems, they helping me solve them. They're asking me what
That's
would you
good,
need,
man.
what topics you want to go to. See, I found out good people show up, users run away. It's okay. So all y'all that you know that listen to this and y'all want to run back and hit me in the DM and be like, yo, don't forget about me. I'm never gonna forget about you.
Yeah.
It's not for me to forget. The good Lord pushed your ass away, gave you some other things to accomplish in your life because it just wasn't meant for
That's
me.
right. That's right.
I can't fix everybody, and I'm not here to. But what I can do is be the best person I can and ask you to do the same damn thing. If
Absolutely.
you can't do that, then don't worry about me. You got your own problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's-
Woo, that's super powerful, Jay. Okay, just for the sake of having to move on.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and are we about ready, boo? We got a minute or two? One minute. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our topic for tonight.
All right.
This is a real question for the ladies.
Oh.
Why do a lot of women
Mhm.
have 95% of the pictures from the neck up?
Oh shit! I'm about to take my jacket.
Oh my God.
I know. Listen, I told you some of these questions are kind of crazy at first, right? But what we're going to do is make some real sense of it,
Okay.
because I think there's some real important things to discuss behind this question. Why do a lot of women have 95% of the pictures from the neck up?
You want me to go now?
No, not now.
Oh,
Sometimes the answer is obvious, but
okay.
there are a lot of times the answer is not so obvious. And I think that's what we want to talk about tonight.
We can do it all
Because
over.
social media has consumed the faces of people,
Mm-hmm.
we need to talk about what's being presented.
That's
And
right.
that's going to be our discussion for tonight. So we want to thank you folks again for being here with us tonight.
Thank
We're going to
you.
go ahead and take our first break.
Yes.
And we want you folks to stay tuned for more Bar Talk with Jay
Right after
this. My name is Stacy, and I want to share an idea today about heroes. My question is, who is your hero and why? Now, as you ponder that question, I want you to ask yourself also, why am I asking you who is your hero? It's simply because I want you to identify with a great person or a great mind or a great idea that you have in your head. If Superman is your hero, I want you to figure out how you're going to become like Superman. If your mother or your father or your uncle or Dr. King or President Reagan or whoever it happens to be, if they're your heroes, they exemplified qualities and characteristics that you like, that you want inside of you, that you want to express in your life. And so I'm encouraging you to identify who your hero is.
I got something to say about
and
that. Trust me.
figure out what makes them so special. Because if you can start to identify what makes them special, now you've captured just a glimpse enough for you to make those qualities your own. My hero is my father. And my father was the greatest in every way I can just imagine. He was always there for me. He was the most giving person that I've ever met in my life. He was never met an enemy or never met a stranger. He was the kind of person who always exemplified positivity. He made other people around him feel good just in his own spirit and in his own personality. He was always clean cut and sharp, a professional and a gentleman in every way. He taught me qualities like taking care of my life and my stuff. He was the kind of guy, he had 30 pair of shoes in the closet. He'd go in the closet once a month just to dust off his shoes. And he hadn't even worn them. That meant he was the kind of person to take care of his business and to take care of his valuables. He didn't let anything just wade in the wind. Everything had to be paid attention to. And that's the kind of person that I hope to become. A person who handles business, make other people feel good, a person who's really focused on their goals in life. And I'm asking you, what are those qualities that would make you a hero in your own life or in the lives of people around you? If you never understand who your hero is, you probably can never understand where you're going and what qualities are going to make a difference when you get there. So I'm just encouraging you to think through what makes a great person great. I want you to ask yourself this question. I want you to continue to identify those qualities of greatness, and I want you to start really being them, start becoming them, start utilizing those qualities to express yourself. If someone was an on-purpose person and that's your hero, then you need to start identifying how you're going to be an on-purpose person and how you're going to have other people to see you as being an on-purpose person. I'm only trying to get you to understand who you are and who you want to become, because that's all that really matters in this equation of life. My name is Stacy, and this is Mindcraft, and I'm encouraging you to identify who you are going to be when you are your greatest possibility. That track hot.
See that.
See.
All right. Welcome back with Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back.
back.
All right, and we got Queen Anonymous in the house now.
Greetings, man. It's me.
How are you tonight?
I good.
Good.
Yes.
So shall we get it in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go for it.
Real question for the ladies.
Mhm.
Why do a lot of women have 90% of the pictures from the neck up?
You want to go first, Queen Anonymous?
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah,
that too.
I'll
You're
go
reading my
first.
mind
I'm-
tonight.
ladies first, man.
I
Yeah.
have no
I'm a
problem with that.
gentleman.
Yeah.
We're gonna
like
address it,
sometimes.
man.
What do you
What's that?
think? What do you think, Queen?
Because it's not important to see the bottom part. There's too much people showing the bottom part already. The bottom part is more exposure, and really, after you show the bottom part, then you ain't gonna be interested in the top part, really, if you have a nice figure. But why is the bottom part important to see? You just need to see the eyes of the person first. Come.
Well,
Right?
that's when listen, I'm like Einstein theory of relativity. It depends on the observer.
That's but that's what I'm saying. Okay, it's all right. It's depending on how long you know the person.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you get to know somebody, you don't need to show nothing but your face.
Well, okay. Okay. I want to keep going there.
Okay.
Why do a lot of women have 90% of the pictures from the neck
Right.
up? We're only seeing pictures online.
But I
Right.
don't see 90% of them just showing their face. I see 90% showing their whole body these days. Depending on where you look.
Okay. Now you got a great point. There's a lot of bodies being shown.
That's what
There
I'm
is a
saying.
lot of bodies being shown. And how do you feel about a woman showing her body? Let's just say in social media.
The whole body.
The whole body.
I mean, she got on clothes. Right?
She got on clothes.
Spandex.
And let's say she got a nice figure and she's a pretty woman,
Mhm.
right? And let's just say when she gets in the camera, she kind of turns her shoulders so you can see that extra curve. Like, what do you think about that? It ain't derogatory, but
Right.
she's showing it.
But it's sexy.
It's sexy. It's
Sexy.
super
what's the
sexy.
point?
It's
What's
like
the point? You're showing that.
it's like sexy cool, and you
Because-
almost don't know how cool it is. You don't know, is she, is that a little is that a little freakness that I
That's what
see
the
in her?
first thing they're gonna think, though.
That's typically, and ladies, you need to hear this.
Be-
That's what people are going
Because
to
when
think.
you're showing that there, you're just trying to advertise or something. Because really and truly, you can stand forward,
Yeah.
and take a nice, sexy
And-
picture. I've been so like so.
Yeah,
You
and
don't need to do all the side trimmings and all them things there.
it
know?
ain't it ain't possible to hide your effort in the cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
you can't you no matter how hard you might try to say that you didn't mean to look that sexy, or you wasn't trying to
yeah,
show
you're
that
gonna
curve,
know.
or you didn't realize your panty line was showing, or
Mhm.
you didn't realize that the
You
G
know.
string was hanging out the top of your
That's why it's-
pants, or you didn't realize that your nipples were a little
Hey,
extra
you're
hard in
looking
the
at the
picture, a
picture
little
before you
extra
send it
round.
out.
You can't say that you didn't know that.
You know it.
You cannot say that it was not your intent to have that particular image on the internet, on
Right.
social media, wherever you're looking
No,
at.
Right.
but you're
You
saying
meant for it to happen.
you saying
Correct.
90% of women are showing just a picture of their face.
Uh-huh.
I don't see 90% doing it. 90% are showing the whole body.
90% are showing the whole body.
That's
Well,
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm seeing, a lot of very unattractive women.
They-
I don't care. I'm not judging them.
No,
but
you see
well, what I see is confidence, right?
Yeah.
I see that a woman can be confident regardless of how she's shaped. That's really what I see most of all, because there's probably 20-25% in that category, right? Whatever that category is, and the rest of them, gonna have a little extra this, little extra that, and we love all the extras, ladies. So ain't no big thing.
because
But I think when somebody kind of knows they're out of shape and they're still
but
flaunting
some
themselves,
men like it like that. Some
Well,
men
see,
that like that.
they-
Where I
yeah.
from now.
their confidence
I
could be
gonna-
coming
There's
from.
gonna be a cultural barrier again, but I gonna say this because where I from, no matter how big and your size is, you still wear the fishneck stockings at dance hall party, and you still just bubble up like the regular girl.
Bubble up,
and
bubble
somebody
up.
somebody like you too.
And somebody like you.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So to say one person unattractive and one attractive, somebody gonna be attracted to the unattracted to you that you think is
Yeah.
unattractive.
And listen, I've said this numerous times on the show, right?
What's that?
You put any woman and any man, and you lock them in a room together. I tell you, it won't be long for it be Star Spangled Banner. It's just the nature of things, right? And if we're not forced to like somebody, with a big head, he dude got a big head, and he walk kind of crooked, or he
got a big
you know what I'm
head.
saying, he look kind of slouchy, or all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That usually turns you off. But under intense, togetherness,
Mhm.
our minds are oftentimes be changed, right? But I want to address this issue of pictures, women in pictures.
Okay.
And tell me, Jay, how do you think about it?
Mm.
You're online. We're online a lot. We have to be, because this
Yes.
is our world, life we live.
Yes.
We
Mhm.
study, we breathe. We're always looking at stuff, and we see a lot of women online. We see a lot of women showing bodies.
Right.
What comes to mind with these women? How do you judge or look at a woman based upon her appearance in a picture?
I actually really like Queen Anonymous' answer, because again, a person with confidence, they're gonna probably show you a full figure. But what I have noticed when I just see a picture from like the head up, a lot of times when I see the picture and I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, now there's no other shots. And I kind of look, because most people take multiple shots. And I notice they all head shots. I'm like, oh, like me, I care about how you might hold yourself, how you kind of look. But at the time, I'm kind of know you. So it doesn't really matter to me. So if we reach out and we conversate, I just remember what the headshot is, because that's just normally the only thing I ever seen. So then when I see you, it's like, okay, now I'm putting a puzzle together. I got the words, I know you a little bit, and I ain't really seeing you. And then when I see you, I can easily see either she didn't want me to know that she had that banging body,
That's true.
or she was covering up that the body was a little loose.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in any defense,
And
it's
you
those-
going
it's
are
to
you
me-
going to send her home because the
No,
body
no,
was a little
First,
loose?
It's not about sitting home. It's just I'm putting this together in my head
Okay.
about why it was just a headshot. It's not for me to say anything to her, because regardless of how she come, I am open, because remember, I'm
Okay.
learning her.
Okay. I gotta capture this. That's
Go for it.
It's powerful, Jay.
Go for it.
So what you're suggesting is that I'm gonna see the headshot,
Right.
and then when I see her, I'm gonna start assessing why she gave me only a headshot.
Correct.
Right.
Mhm.
And so now I'm gonna start putting together how you carry yourself
Correct.
based upon who you really are,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Because the headshot, it might be cute, but it doesn't really represent the real you.
Right.
So you might be running from the real you. No matter if you're
Possibility.
fine or if you're not fine, you could be running from the real you because you're not representing yourself. And I remember I had a brother of mine one time when the online dating, really got it kicking off 15 years ago, whatever.
Mhm.
He told me, he met me at a restaurant. We had lunch, watched football game. He's like, I got a date down the street. We're gonna meet at the bookstore. And so I was like, cool, dapped him up. See you later. So he finished his drink. He ran out the door. And I tell you what, 15 minutes later, maybe 20 minutes
He was
max
back.
later, he was back. And I was like, dude, you had a date. He said, man, this girl had this picture like she was this fine dime piece. She walked in wobbling left and right. I came up, I just recognized her face. He said, I shook her hand, everything. He said, like, listen, go ahead and have a seat. I'll be right back. And he got up and left. Right?
Mm-mm.
Because she didn't represent the truth, right? Probably she wouldn't have been in a date with him if she had told the truth. And so he immediately responded with his truth. Right.
He ran out.
Right. You lied. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to go ahead
She
and
lied. She sent a different picture.
she
To me, if
yeah,
you
old picture.
you send an old one,
She sent an
or
old picture.
Oh yeah.
if you
she's
send an old one or a different one,
Well,
my whole thing is I'll still talk to you and I'll still sit down, because one of the things I tell anybody, I'm trying to know you. So the more I sit with you, the better I can figure out where you're gonna fit. Because when I meet people, some people gonna be long term, short term, and some people ain't gonna be there. Period. So when you catch me with the deception of what you look like, I'm gonna get past that part just to see what the next part, because you can still be a good person.
okay.
You might have did that, and I got done that way the opposite way. They gave me just a headshot because they didn't want me to see that they had a banging body. That's what everybody's attracted to.
sometimes.
So when I seen her, I was like, okay, and I can't say anything because she didn't show me. So
That's
when we
good.
talking
That's right.
in the conversation, I happened to mention, I was like, when you just sent me the headshot, she's like, yeah, I sent that because I figured if I'd have sent you a body shot, you'd have
That's
been
right.
wanting to do more or whatever.
You'd have been lusting
And
at me.
what she liked is how we kept it on that regular page of learning,
That's
and
right.
it wasn't lusting. So even when I seen her, we didn't go to a lusting. It was just an
Right.
attraction. So when we get to the attraction, we able to move on. My biggest problem is a lot of time more people lust over it than understand the person.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out a lot of women are getting tired of that.
Right.
And I get it, because again, you got a beautiful body.
get
A
it.
lot of time people gonna gravitate
No,
to it.
man.
But also
get
have the
it.
confidence to realize
We
you
get it.
don't
It's
have to put up with it, because when they do it too much, it gets to be annoying. And I get it, because believe it or not, Bar Talk with Jay is really a talk radio.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to be seen.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it into your head by my voice.
Right. Me
Right.
too.
And then
Right.
next thing I know, this new era, everything has to be shown. So
it realistic.
I had to change up my whole game from what I was comfortable with.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
that's gonna be up to what you want to do in life. But to me, to make an impact, you have to adjust.
Mhm.
Everything ain't gonna be your way.
That's true.
So I wanted to ask you this question in that same similar scenario.
Mhm.
How long would it take for you to be really, really inquisitive? If you didn't know, let's say you met her abstractly, and it's easy to do online.
Right,
Meet
right.
somebody abstractly, and
Right.
you maybe got an image of them somewhere, but you start talking to them, and next thing you know, it's 2 months later.
Mhm.
Maybe they're out of town or whatever. How long is it before you start requiring some real information about how they look?
Yeah.
I mean, you gonna fall in love with 300-pound woman, and 300-pound woman can be real sexy, don't get it wrong, right? But you gonna fall in love with a 300-pound woman, and then you're gonna meet her 6 months later. Or what you
I'm
gonna
not
do
gonna
about
lie. I don't know about falling in love like that, because I need more of my visual to finish that
that? You
off.
need the
But to
visual.
know you, to get to know you, to like you, and care for you, I don't need none of that. You can be
Mhm.
300 pounds. I care for you like any other.
I
That
know.
doesn't matter to me.
Right.
But what matters to me, whatever choice I make, I will have to get the physical. I do understand some people do online dating and y'all date overseas and y'all date a picture. Okay. I can only do so much with a picture. That's just me. I don't care if it's a body picture, video. I don't care. I can't
Right,
fall in
that's
love
true.
with I ain't tangibly touching.
Mhm.
I'm that physical type dude.
Yeah.
So I'm not impressed with what you can send me compared to what you can give me. I need that touch. I need you to understand how to understand me. Give you a nugget. If you sending me pictures to make my day, that's cute. All right. A woman that's going to impress me when she see me. How she
Yes,
caters to
exactly.
me, how she rubs on me, and how she makes me feel great because I might have had an ugly day. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I look like I ain't doing all that, and Lisa, I'm your wife. First of all, you will never make that category with that attitude. Because my wife gonna understand me to know me before we ever get married.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So I'm gonna get this Boaz and Ruth. Y'all need to get some guidelines because I think somebody done lied to y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, I need to understand the perception of you and how you want to cater to me and how I'm gonna cater to you. We got too much back and forth and playing. I need to play on a game that I can win, okay? Because a lot of these relationships is like a slot machine. How much money I'm gonna put in before I realize I'm gonna lose everything?
Woo. Preach.
I'm not gonna keep pulling on the lever and I ain't getting shit out.
Preach.
But yet you gonna keep telling me you need to do all this for me before I do.
Right.
I'm just saying I'm hitting nothing, but you want me to keep on paying. My whole thing, it goes back and forth. And my whole thing, a woman gonna say the same thing about a man. Well, we playing a game that anybody gonna win.
That's true.
The table's been set. So let's get away from that game.
Mhm.
Let's get back to our purpose.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think it was meant for us to be playing these damn games with each other.
No.
I think it was really meant for us to know each other in a respectful manner and then make a best decision on what we
That's
gonna do.
true.
But no, he looked good. See, that's all in your feelings. Forget just how you look. How do you
Yeah.
cater to you? What do you do? Is he moving in a direction that you're moving? I want a 6-figure man, but I make $15. Okay, well, I'm not saying because of your income you can't get. What I'm saying, because of your income, do you really have more desires? Because that might be something you need to talk to him about that's on a higher end to get you differently positioned. Okay.
Right. That's
So I'm
true.
not saying a person that ain't making a lot can't get somebody. I'm just saying your attitude will probably keep your ass there if that's what you keep talking
That's
about.
true.
Because I ain't what I care to hear.
Mhm.
If I'm making good money, I don't care what you make. But don't bring me your low dollar value of what's going on and then think that's going to grab my damn attention.
Yeah.
It's not. But what's going to grab my attention is when you start telling me about your dreams. And I'm doing this because I want to
You
do
got
this.
to
And
say
then
it.
all of a sudden now
Yeah.
I know
Mhm.
something I can play on to make sure we are successful.
That's
It
true.
ain't just about you make. Bring something to the table that's tangible, not yo whatever you're making. Tangible.
Yeah.
Men that do great things have been down in the gutter. We understand it. That's why
True.
you might see some people date somebody down low. They ain't making a lot of money. Because we dog them and we can control them. We understand that they still have vision. If you took my money tomorrow, I will be mad and I would not be happy. Okay, just being
That's all right.
honest.
Straight up.
But it ain't like my ass can't get it back
You can get it back.
because I
yeah.
struggled to get it, so it was never handed to me.
Mhm.
So if you just hand it to me, I won't know how to get it back because you just handed it and I got to go begging you.
Yeah.
You take it. I'm like, oh man. Well, I'm going to get on the phone because I got other people I can call because I made connections. This
Right.
didn't just happen overnight. So again, it's like what Kraft was telling you, man, proud of you because you know you're humble about it. I'm only got humble because I started learning lessons. And he'd be like, are you really positioned right? It's not just about being positioned. It's about staying in the game. I had to play hands that wasn't looking good for me. But
Mhm.
God had me, and
That's
I kept
true.
playing. And now that it's starting to look good, I play with the same intensity. We mess up when we get happy, and then we start doing stuff out the norm. Stay on that same path.
Right. That's true.
That's
Jay.
how we get success from failure.
I love it, Jay. I love it, man. Listen, it's time for us to take our next break and our final break. So I hope you folks are enjoying the show. I want you to stay tuned. We're going to be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay right after this. An affirmation is a statement about oneself that may not be true right now, but you want it to be true. You see, sometimes what we have to do is we have to change our own mind and align with the frequency and the consciousness, the ideas that we want to experience in life. So, for example, if I don't feel like I'm very successful, then I might state to myself that I am successful. 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 I am successful in my health. I am successful in my life. I am successful in my relationships. I am successful in my business. And notice what's happening here. I'm actually changing my own mind. When I state my affirmation, it not only impresses my soul and my subconscious mind, but it actually will begin to create a positive wave of energy out into my life. And so affirmations can be a very effective way to change your own mind. If you feel like you're unorganized, then I would begin saying the words, I am organized, I am organized, I am organized, I am organized. I want you to say it 100,000 times a day. I am organized. And then I want you to tell me what happens. It's very important that you test the theories of consciousness. And one way to do it is state lots of affirmations and then share with me what is the experience. Identify for yourself, how did it change me? Did I do something different? Did I say something different? You'll find that affirmations can be a very powerful way to change your own mind to ultimately the greatest truth that you can possibly know. This is Mindcraft. My name is Stacy, and you can be your greatest possibility. We never did say where we was going.
All right. All right. Welcome back with Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh, this is what we do, y'all.
Yes, sir. And so tonight we're talking about just a real question for the ladies. Why do a lot of ladies have 95% of their picture from the neck up? And I think we've discovered that in today's real times,
right.
Queen Anonymous says 95% of the women are showing the whole body. Right?
Okay.
We see very few people showing just the neck up. Right.
Right.
We do still see the professional community, showing that waist thing, or they're professionals are still doing it professionally,
Right.
even the women, but there's that whole other constituency is doing some extreme things.
Well, let's talk about it like that, because I like that, because I know a lot of times, like in business and LinkedIn, you're gonna do a headshot.
Okay.
In business,
right?
Because they really ain't looking for you a full body shot when it comes to business. It's gonna be headshots. Okay, so let's just keep it professional. So when you go to the day site, you're gonna start seeing a lot of other things. People ain't gonna keep it professional because it's personal.
Yeah, and not even dating. Just. But I'm amazed at how many bathing suits I see on dating sites. And I haven't been there in a long time.
You see Instagram?
Man, listen, it's crazy, TikTok. Man. And Jay, see, that's what I want to get to, man.
Don't tell me, baby, because I'm telling you, I'll be watching.
Like, listen, some of those women be absolutely gorgeous, bro.
Right. You know why they do?
And they're like showing off everything.
It opens up opportunities.
What kind of opportunities? What am I missing?
How many people hit them DMs? Let's think about it.
What's in the DM? Is she selling sex?
Bro, I ain't hit the DM to find out. But
she looking for a sugar daddy?
I mean,
why
could be a sugar mama? I don't know. It's LGBT out here in ATL. I don't know what it's gonna be. But what I can tell you is,
figure out what's going on.
A person was out there and they don't really get the attention because they use social media as a platform for fame, not success, but fame. So when they put themselves out there, think about how many men gets to hit them in a position in a way that they have more opportunity.
What kind of opportunity? What the hell is that?
They get to go out, they get flown. Yeah, they get flown out. They get to go on ships they could never be on, yachts. They get to go to Dubai and be around famous people. Yeah.
Mike's not on, I think.
Us as men, we gonna take a woman out to whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You're not registered.
Hit that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know, us as men, we're gonna take a woman out to try. Most men trying to impress them. So, like Jay said, they gonna get different experiences. Different men gonna take them on different experiences. Mm-hmm. And if they showing skin or showing this or showing, they behind or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Men are in their DM trying to take them out, trying to do this. I'll take you here. I'll take you there. I'll do this for you. Then you got some simps that'll cash up them, give them money and stuff. So that's the world we live in.
Yep. They probably never see them.
That's crazy, bruh. That's like
tricks,
that's like
tricks out here.
It's like internet pimping, reverse pimping or something. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta understand. It's pimping depending on what's going on. Think about it now. All you did was show how sexy you are. And nothing really wrong with it. That's what you choose. You're adult. I'm talking about the adults. Y'all got young kids out here.
Yeah.
Y'all totally wrong. Keep them off, and they should be monitored. But again, adults are putting themselves out there in a way, positioning themselves because they're playing chess. Because I don't want to just be, I want to get somebody of a higher status that will pay for me to be flown out, that will take me to a restaurant that I normally couldn't go to, because all I did was showed you how beautiful I was.
Right.
Now, is she wrong for it? I really can't say wrong, but I can say, let's look at what's going on and address it.
Running game, that's what it is.
Basically, you know, that'll pay to get their hair done, pay to get their nails done, pay for their car note. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that do that.
There's a lot of guys do that now.
And guess what? If she don't put it out there, she won't know. But so think about it. So I'm not gonna do it. She ain't gonna do a headshot. Okay. She know what really entice. So she gonna do a bikini. She gonna do a girls kicking it type. Guess what? Now when you hit her up, oh, my girlfriend gotta come. You gotta pay for my girlfriend too. It's a game because to her, if you can't afford both, I don't need to go. Now she might not even be in position to pay her rent that day. You this is the game that's really being done, and social media ate it up.
Yeah, that's a tough game. That's a sad game.
It's really tough.
It's a sad game. So but
it ain't that tough when it depends on the person. When you a man and you ain't lonely and you happy, you ain't pressed. I hit very few people's DM. I'm just being honest. I mean, have to.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, the women are absolutely gorgeous, but based upon what I'm seeing on their Instagram, I'll take them out and we'll have fun. I ain't gonna never make her my lady. Most cases, I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to make that my lady.
Let me call you out. Real quick. How many times have you went in somebody's DM that you seen on Instagram?
I don't do that, man.
That's what I'm telling you. This is real simple to me. You see it. Just because you see it, I don't have to address it. Because I know in my life where I'm at. But when other people ain't experienced life like we have, that's where they go to.
Yeah, but all I'm suggesting is I'm on the internet like everybody else,
right?
And I might be looking for a cute face and a nice, fine woman, but I don't know if these women think that they're valued as, and maybe they are valued as somebody's lady,
Okay,
but they think they value that more than they are. They basically selling sex without selling sex. You know what I mean?
It's selling the possibilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this guy might go do something for him. They might not have sex with him, but this guy don't holler at her and she like him, enough. He gonna have sex with her, but after he has sex, like you said, you're not gonna make her your lady.
Right.
That's all he wants. So now she just repeating the cycle.
Yep. Wow. And let me tell you,
where does that train in?
I've been out here on social media, man. Been doing this for a very long time, going on 6 years with this, 2 years with Bar Talk. 6 years Bar Talk with Jay, and then I did the Jay and Shay show, was on AM radio, and I did that segment of my life. When I look at my DMs now compared to then, there's no one I ever seen out there that I ever got in my DMs and not really hollered at.
Okay.
Besides trying to push the show or something.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why is because no matter what I seen, I don't know.
Yeah.
And just because you look nice don't mean that automatically ensures me that I can hit you because of what I do or my wealth. My wealth ain't gonna be taken by your looks. It was required for me to put a lot of work in, and I'm gonna require somebody to look good and can put some work into me, as in the other part of me that's missing. Okay, because he took something from me for a reason, to humble me, to make me realize I need somebody, but I don't need everybody. And everybody to look good ain't gonna be for me. And my whole thing is to understand me before I go looking and finding the fine thing to waste their time and they waste mine. Because again, theirs will be fulfilled. Because theirs is, I gotta pay to fly them out. I ain't paying for nobody to fly out to see me. I found out there's people that will pay to fly to you. Okay. Understand your value, and then you can change the game compared to being that person being like, I gotta do this. Simps continue doing what they do. real good men that understand what they want don't do what they don't care
have
to do.
Yeah.
It's not a good business
Simps.
move.
Well, go ahead and explain that, Jay.
Well, I don't want to just talk about folks. This be easy.
No, what is a simp?
It's easy to pay because I don't know how to play. Remember, pay because I don't know how to play.
Right.
I don't know how to play the game, so I'd rather just pay you for you just help me with the game.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the game. Well, I know the damn game inside and out. Game of cards, anything else. You want to throw dominoes, throw bones, do whatever you want to do. But please understand, playing me is gonna be the hardest goddamn thing to play. So that's why a lot of people don't even hit my DMs or stay in my DMs because some things ain't gonna be worth doing.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
We call them TDNs.
What TDN?
Tender dick niggas.
All righty. We got initials for you
here, Lord.
Hey, I like that,
Okay.
boy. TDN. First thing I thought was
You know
Tinder.
what
You
it
know
was.
what I'm saying?
Hold on. At Barbara, we're gonna need some t-shirts for some people out there to know. All right, I said I wasn't gonna give away nothing. But
Tender D-Nays. You know what that is?
for all
No,
y'all
I
that
did
know
not
them,
know.
we might have
Wow.
to send them some t-shirts.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I love this discussion because what we're ultimately talking about is how people display themselves online, and how people are displaying themselves is in an effort to come up.
Right.
An effort. They're trying to sell the image of sex, if they give sex or not. And man, that's a tough one, man. Okay, let's change the narrative a little bit, right?
Let's change it. What you got?
And so we all on Facebook.
Yes,
Right,
we are.
in and out, we all on Facebook, right? And so there was a young lady who I knew many years ago.
Okay.
She was a beautiful woman, right? And just recently, she started showing up on Facebook. Like, she finally got in the game, showed up, and she started taking little pictures of her vacation in her office, and you know what I'm saying, her favorite teams. She was interacting with us, right?
All right.
And then one day she showed a picture of her in a bathing suit, right?
Okay.
And to be in her 50s, she's got a 30-year-old body.
Okay.
Like
banging. I got
right?
you. I got you.
But as soon as I saw this image, I was like, okay, is this just like, hey, I'm just taking a picture of me in a bathing suit?
Right.
Or is this, hey, y'all look at how fine I am.
Correct.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with either one of them. But when I saw the second image of her in another bathing suit, it immediately dawned on me that she's still kind of pushing herself. Like it's almost like she's saying, I just want us to talk about the narrative of seeing those images.
Right.
We're talking about pictures here tonight. What's the implication of seeing those images? If you got a good girl and she meets a quote unquote good guy, but she goes in his feed and every other picture he's holding 2 or 3 women, right? What might he be telling her? Is he telling her anything? Should we be paying attention to that stuff? Are those subliminal message to say, hey, come get me, I'm here, I'm available, you want me, or in the case of the man, he's got a bunch of pictures of him with other women. Is he basically saying, yeah, I'm a player, this is how I roll, this is how I get down, hey, you need to see how I am, you need to see who I am. You know what I'm saying? The pictures don't lie.
Right.
But I'm talking about how we interpret these images.
And the best thing I can tell you is quit putting your stuff out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Quit putting your stuff out
If
there. Yeah.
You're an attractive person.
Yeah.
You got a nice body. Quit putting it on social media.
Yeah.
Keep it more to you. And I'm going to tell you why.
That's
My
good.
whole thing is you don't want to be judged, then don't give shit to be judged. Because
That's
once
true.
it hits
Right.
social media, you putting it in the atmosphere that you can't get back.
That's true.
It's no different than that girl to put out there about that food.
You can't get
You
back.
know, and he ain't no good man, and you throw the McDonald's away, talking
that's
about
it.
ain't nobody gonna eat. Now that's going all the way around back and forth. Before I start talking about somebody else, the only thing I can say is a lot more there, and some people need some damn counseling, because I'm telling you, all that right there goes back to what I'm telling you. When you put stuff on social media, you're gonna get people to judge it other than what you might care for.
And it's
So watch it.
yeah, go ahead.
The one thing I can say is
What's that?
that you have a right to be shaped like Susie, look like Diane, because the plastic surgeons can make you look like anybody. Because you see them with a pretty body, that don't mean they buying with that pretty body. Money buying them body. That's why everybody look the same and they showing up what they bought. The same thing that goes around to money again. You understand what I'm saying? Is you born with that natural body? No. You buy that body, you say you want to be shaped like a Cardi B, they're gonna give you a body like Cardi B, and your money gonna pay for it. So people them that flaunt on things don't mean it's a real thing. You see me? I'm gonna tell you not real. You know?
I'm all for it. I'm truly down for it, but don't let it change you.
Yeah. That's what it's gonna do.
Don't let it make you look like the freak of the week because you're trying to show off your curves. I know you ain't had them kind of curves in many years. I bless you to go and buy those things. Go buy those extremities. Exactly. Get everything that you want. But don't make yourself look demeaned and depreciated by it. And even sometimes, you know, we see some surgery that either didn't go well, or was misplanned, you know, and
out of proportion.
I think you got to pay attention. You know, you just can't put yourself in front row in any kind of way. Right. On these social medias. These platforms are forever. You know, if somebody wanted to dig up some dirt on you or whatever, all they gotta do is go back and look at your history, right? And just so that y'all know, ever since like 2007 or 2012, one of them, the NSA kicked in, and every single communication on the globe that America can get its hands on is recorded.
Yep.
Every communication, every text, every cell phone call, every you know, tablet you're on, everything. Yeah. There is nothing that you can escape. NSA has it all in their hands. So you and here's just, you know, as we close here, kind of some words to the wise. I like where we're going here, Jay. That you can't be pushing all them like buttons all the time.
Every time,
right? I mean, there's some stuff that's
some stuff
real
you don't
edgy.
like.
You know, you can enjoy it for the moment, but scroll on through it. Don't be putting your comments in and you know trying to put your 2 cents in the equation. You gotta see it for what it is. But when you start attaching yourself to some of that negativity or some of that nonsense, some of that radical stuff, you get labeled in the algorithm, you know, as though you did something really, really wrong.
And that's true.
Okay. So just be careful about what you put online, especially these pictures. I'm of the notion you don't really need to be, you know, I love the fact that my friends, and now I realize there's hundreds of them that I could consider my friends. I never thought that was possible, but technology has made it so. So now I get to see my friends' kids growing up, and I get to hear their little orchestra thing, and I get to see them, you know, coming up in the world and how they grow. I get to see families being families and see people having cookouts. That's the part I enjoy.
Yeah.
Right.
I enjoy seeing when my friends post old pictures of when we was in school or when we was hanging out together. And this is a community. And if it's a righteous community, we'll stay a community. But you can't keep introducing things that are extraordinary into a community that's already supposed to be stable, because they're going to judge you, and those judgments are going to continue to happen years from now. Don't let Mr. or Mrs. Right get away from you because they go back to your feed and see you was putting some nonsense on your feed years ago or some nonsense on your feed today. You know,
I agree.
So what are we ultimately talking about? How we present ourselves to the world.
Always.
And it's very important that we always pay close attention to what we're putting out. Here's the thing. 50% of all communication, this is period, no ifs, ands, and buts, 50% of all communication is lost in the transition.
Correct.
So if you put something online, you're going to lose more than 50% of the people because they don't understand where you're coming from. They'll see something that you put up there and it'll look like something they saw yesterday, and they'll immediately put you in a category and keep scrolling and never read the caption underneath it. Right? They'll never read the message. And so we must be careful about the messages that we put out. These messages are forever, and they can work for you or against you. And, you know, just like we don't really know what's going on behind the credit world.
Right.
We know that some zip codes get lower scores than other zip codes.
Right.
We don't know how people are treating this sensitive information.
Right.
And we're gonna close out our show.
We are, man. On the close, I really want to make sure people understand that, like, even in my own defense, there's times I dated and they was like, yo, you gonna put me on my show, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. I was like, my dating life and my work life is totally different.
Whoa.
And the reason I do this is because if it was a breakup or anything, then I only wondering why you don't see her no more. Because no matter what I do, everything ain't to be shown and everything ain't to be told.
Right.
Again, so my personal life should stay in my personal. So when I go on vacation and I do things, you might see me do some things with my mother just to show, because I got a lot of people to follow me on my family. But besides that, I don't really think I need you to be seeing everything that I do. Besides the stuff that I'm trying to do that's going to make an impact. That way, when you go down my timeline, you can understand the impact and where I'm going compared to who I was with, because that's all the messy shit that you want to stay with.
Right.
I don't want you to stay with me because of that. I need you to see where I'm going. All right. Vision me moving compared to where you want me moving to. Well, he will hire you. Listen, get that out your mind and understand what I'm really doing.
All right.
And then you can understand why I keep my happiness, because it started with me. You want to contribute to somebody else. Don't do that, because I didn't do that.
Right.
And I want you to show it by showing me the best you.
There you go.
And that's how we gonna do this.
That's how we gonna. That's how Tommy Brown gonna get out tonight.
Oh, Tommy Brown.
So this has been Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Crabmatic. This is my boy Smooth J. And we got Queen Anonymous in the house.
Yes.
And we want to thank you folks sincerely for being here with us tonight. Whether it's live or many years later, we appreciate you taking the time to hear our story and our message. We hope it's been of value to you. We are here every Thursday from 7 to 8 Facebook Live. We're on every other major platform. We hope that you will like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends and family, and continue to come back and hear some of this great wisdom that we have here on the show. We love you folks. We appreciate you. And with that,
we are out.
We are out.
Last call's here.